criteria they would have to get. Yes, yes, I got it. Thank you.
All right. Hello. Thanks, everybody, for coming to our admin meeting for is it July 19th? July 20th. There we go. All right. Before we dive in, do we have any public comment on items not on the agenda? All right. Seeing none, our first action item would be presented to us by Jason Emery, who is the role is being played by Susan Kohler.
Good morning. So my topic here is pretty simple. Basically, I just have a renewal for our Duo multi-factor authentication system. We're moving into a 3-year agreement to drive costs down a little bit. As a little background, this is our system that secures our logins to all of our critical systems, kind of shuts down a lot of the attacks that we receive, phishing emails, all those kinds of things. So this is just due to the cost. It's here before you today, and once we're there, then we'll be good for a little while.
What's a little while mean?
3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be safe. We'll be safe longer, but then we'll have to renew it again.
I don't have any questions. So I motion that the board approve Emery to sign the agreement with Paragon Micro.
Perfect. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks for doing this, Jason.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
And you're up next. Oh no, Jason Hauser. Another Jason. The other Jason.
Hi. So this is about the annex roof. We put the RFP out. The Shrock won it. We'd signed the contract. Their bonding agent didn't. In the contract, I believe Brian West would know a little bit too, but the bonding agent, it said in the contract, would carry the bond for 30 years. They're only actually carrying it for 2 years, and then the manufacturer and the contractor will carry the remaining 28 years. So this is just verbiage that clears up the responsibility of the bonding agent.
Do you have anything to add? Oops, I guess, should we have Brian come up and Violet's saying so. Can you?
I was going to add. Yeah, I think that'd be the best way to go. Yeah.
Can everybody hear me now? As I was saying, that this is simply a clarification term that the bonding agent for our contractor requested. And so we still have all the same warranties and protections provided by the contractor.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you. I move that the board approve the amendment to the contract with Shrock Roofing.
Great. Thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks a lot, Jason.
Thank you.
Andrew.
Hi, everyone. Andrew Hagemeyer with Missoula County Community and Planning Services. Today, I'm here to request the board approve a professional service agreement between Missoula County and Big Sky Public Relations to assist CAPS with staff with communication and outreach on the Missoula County Zoning Update Project. This is a $50,000 contract. It would commence today as signed and run through the fiscal year, although we don't expect the project to take through the fiscal year, just a little added cushion. Basically what Big Sky is going to do for us is we're seeking a firm to help with communications and outreach and to bolster the zoning project. It's really important that the public has the opportunity to participate in this project. Big Sky provides technical expertise that we don't have in CAPS, and they also help bolster our capacity to engage the public. Yep, that's the request, and that's why we're asking for it. It is in our
$50,000.
$50,000 up to $50,000, and it's in our
year.
our fiscal 22 budget.
Got it.
Yeah.
I don't have any questions, do you?
No, I mean, I'm really glad we're doing this. It's a huge project, and getting the message out about the public process that preceded it and all the good work that's been done, and allowing for more further public engagement. It's all super good, and I'm glad we could have these guys take care of it for us.
Great, thanks.
I will then motion.
Go for it.
I motion to approve the professional services agreement between CAPS or Missoula County and Big Sky Public Relations.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
so much.
Kate joining us via the interwebs.
Hi, yes, I am joining you remotely today. Kate Devino with WIC Nutrition Services at the Health Department. This, I think that is the catch one first. So let me, can you hear me? And is the catch?
Yes.
It is
Cat
catch,
is
yep.
first.
Okay, sorry, I didn't have the agenda open in front of me also. So this, I'm here today, I have two contracts on here. This first one is a annual reoccurring PSA with St. Patrick Hospital to provide the CATCH program to our community. The CATCH program is the coordinated approach to child health, and it's kind of a train the trainer program where our coordinator goes into schools and other after-school programs and provides various opportunities for those teachers and PE teachers to be working with kids to improve nutrition and physical activity on a whole. This, we've had some changes with this particular program because our coordinator is also serving as our COVID incident safety officer. And so we haven't been doing very much for the past year. We're hoping to increase her hours again and start doing some more catch work, but that's kind of the status of where we are with that.
How many schools does she work with or he work with?
It's a she, and she works with all of the different school districts. We need to kind of, because of the schools being closed and there's been transition, one of the first projects that we're going to be doing once she's back, right now she's really only working about 5 hours a week in catch because all of her time is being pulled into COVID. And so we are, of course, only charging the contract for the time she works. So we may end up being slightly under budget this year. But that one of the first projects will be to do an assessment to identify which schools, which classes, where catch is being utilized, and then try to increase access and awareness of that. Catch is also one of our few programs in our toolbox. We work very closely, the catch program works very closely with Let's Move Missoula, and there's that collaboration there with all of the work that we're doing with schools to improve nutrition and physical activity. So I don't have a clear, concrete answer to the number of schools and number of kids.
But no, thank you.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
it sounds kind of like it was a little bit sleepy during COVID, but is waking up.
absolutely. That's a very good summary, Josh. Thank you.
All right.
I motion that the board approve and sign the PSA with St. Pat's and Missoula City County Health Department for catch.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Kate. And you have two.
Yes, excellent. Thank you. I do. The second one, this is an amendment to our WIC program task order for federal fiscal year 21, which runs through September 30. We commonly end up with a WIC amendment here and there. And this one is unique because it actually amends our funding down. Most often we're having more money that comes in. And the reason for this is because we were going to be underspent this year in our WIC program, and the state WIC office contracts with a local marketing company in Missoula. They went through the bidding process and are contracting with Windfall Marketing to do a big campaign for WIC statewide. We had extra money in our WIC budget and said, we'd really like to do some marketing at the local level. And the state was able to add us into their contract with a company that already has all of the talking points and has already worked with the state. And we're using a lot of the same messaging and just doing a little bit more. So the state is amending our contract down to compensate for that amount of money that they're going to be supporting our local agency with marketing. So it's a unique opportunity, and through the end of this fiscal year, we'll be able to do some additional marketing with this.
Great. A motion that, and this is great to hear that there's really no loss.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, I know it can be
Sounds like
alarming when a contract is amended down. And this is actually very much to our benefit. And we save on all of that administrative, paying invoices and all of that. The state took this on for us and supporting us. So, yeah.
Fantastic. I move that the chair sign Amendment 1 to Task Order 2125-521-014-0 offered by Montana Department of Health and Human Services to Missoula County, our City County Health Department for WIC.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And so we'll look for marketing messaging out there in the world.
Yes, please check out our buses. We're doing some bus
All right.
ads too. So
I
thank
love
you
them.
so much.
Great.
Thanks, Kate.
Bye.
All right. Billy's going to chat with us about the fair.
Hi, yes, thanks. This is Billy Ayers from the Missoula County Fairgrounds, and we are asking for the board to approve a professional services agreement with DNS Consulting in the amount of $9,600 to provide ride inspections at this year's Western Montana Fair. We're really happy with this individual that we found. We went through 20 applicants, and this person was extremely meticulous in his details, and so we're happy to have him come to the fair, and it's about $400 less than what we had to pay before.
Nice.
Wow.
Billy,
Where are they from?
He's coming from Texas,
nice.
and
I
but he
love
works
the
all
phrase-
over the Northwest.
Great.
I love the phrase "at this year's Western Montana Fair." It's just great to be able to say that.
Yes.
2 weeks. How
Yep.
many? 2 weeks away? What are we? The 11th, right?
Yeah, August 11th. So we're about 3 weeks away. And what's really interesting is, the carnival has a bit of a challenge this year because we don't have fences anymore. The people will be able to walk straight in to the carnival, to the fair from South Avenue. Immediately after getting off the bus, they're right there. They don't have to walk a block to get to any kind of gate because we don't have gate fees. So the carnival has a challenge that they don't have a back of house anymore. Basically, one side can be kind of hiding their back of house. They got to relay out the entire carnival to face forward on 3 different sides.
Oh, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beautiful spaces out here.
Yeah, it looks so
Everybody's
good.
looking forward to it.
We need to go do a commissioners on the zipper.
I think so. Yeah,
We should
yeah.
do
Maybe
that.
make sure that works post inspection.
Post inspection, right?
Yeah, get here Sunday to do a lot of the pre-work and then right up throughout the day, morning and night, pre and post inspections. We get full reports, and attached to his agreement are just showing some of the details that he includes. We're really happy with this individual. We cannot wait to start working with him.
Do you want to do number 7? I'm sorry, number 8 as well, and then one we can
Oh,
do them both at
perfect.
the same time.
Sure. So item 7 is requesting the board to approve a professional services agreement with Montex in the amount of $16,000 to provide video productions for the Grandstand events. So this is bull riding, PRCA rodeo, and Lords of Dirt motorcycle racing with Keith Sayers motocross. And Montex actually has
You
some
racing this year,
Montana
Ron?
roots.
Strohmeyer.
What was that?
Oh, it's true.
Sorry, Billy.
So Montex actually has some Montana roots in that. It's accompanied by Lisa Bailey, and she's out of Ekalaka, and but she lives in Oklahoma now, and she really understands the community, the sense of community that we want to create with the storytelling inside each of the events. So we're really happy to be able to have worked it out where she can come. She does the Denver Stock Show as well, so she's a good group to bring in,
Fantastic.
and it's a little less than what we paid before.
Even better to hear. Well, then I motion to approve items 6 and 7.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Thanks so much, Billy.
Billy.
Thank you. We'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
All right, Kyla, we have some board appointments.
Morning. So the first one we have up is for the Seeley Cemetery District Board. We had some revised bylaws that expanded membership from 3 to 5 seats. So 2 new 3-year terms opened and were advertised as of May 27th. And we had 1 new applicant, Joanne. She goes by Jody Stierwalt. So the request is to appoint Jody to the remainder of the 3-year term through April 30th, 2024 to the Seeley Lake Cemetery District Board.
Great. And I feel like there's been some like re-energizing happening with that board. So, and she would fit in well. So I'm excited to motion to appoint Jody Steerwalt to the Seeley Lake Cemetery Board.
Fantastic. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Jody's on the board.
They have a great board.
They have a great
Yeah.
board. They're very enthusiastic. Yes. Okay, so the second one is for Missoula Aging Services. There was 2 terms that expired as of June 30th, 2021, and then there's 1 partial vacant term through June 30th, 2022. We had 4 new applicants: Cynthia Radmaker, Tom Wozniak, Xavier Extravaganza, and Jerry Dellis. So there's 2 3-year appointments through June 30th, 2024, and then there's 1 currently vacant term through June 30th, 2022. And Susan is on the line as well, I believe.
Susan is where?
Where's Susan?
I'm here. Can you see me
There
now?
you are. Now we can see you. Thank you. So we're going to appoint 2 folks today?
Correct.
There's actually 3 seats open right now and 4 applicants. So it's your discretion on what seats you would like to fill.
And Susan, oh, I was just gonna ask Susan if you could recap kind of the board needs.
Right. The governance committee of the governing board assessed skill sets, and we were looking at somebody had some community relations and work in aging, which Cynthia was recruited for, and Tom Wozniak represents the other skill set, which is accounting. He's a CPA wealth manager. And, oh, I'm sorry, let me finish. We would like to wait on any additional openings because we're looking for somebody in diversity and possibly advocacy. And we'd like some time to further research and recruit in that area before having them submit to you for consideration.
Thank you. I was confused about how many openings we had.
That last piece was really helpful.
I try to be helpful.
So today we're looking to seat 2 people, leave that 1 seat open, correct?
Correct.
Until you feel like you have a good pool of candidates to choose from that represents
Our area of needs. Yes, correct.
Yep. Okay. I feel like all 4 were pretty talented, but Wozniak definitely has more accounting and financial expertise than the other 3.
Hmm.
So I would want to seat him. And then Cynthia with her, with her experience. But I don't want to say that Dallas and Extravaganza aren't worthy, and I feel like they would be want them to stay involved. And I feel like we could make use of their skills and talents as well.
And
I think-
Susan, do you have some recommendations how they could be involved with Missoula Aging Services?
Sure. I would like to have a conversation with them. There are a couple of avenues that we could potentially offer to them. And Xavier, I think if we visited with him on some of the volunteer opportunities we had, I think we could find a way to use his skills. And Jerry, I mentioned that we're putting together an advisory council, and because she has background in working with aging, she certainly would be a strong candidate for one of those positions. And so I'd like to visit with both of them directly and have a conversation with them about these opportunities.
That's great. And Kyla, can you work with Susan to get that language in a letter to them?
Yeah, I'll make sure to include Susan's contact information in their letter and make sure they have her contact and email as well.
Great. Well, then I'm gonna make a motion to appoint Wozniak and Rademacher to the Missoula Aging Services Board.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, governing board.
And I think just beyond the reach out to Susan, but if we could say pretty explicitly that Susan has a place for you in Missoula Aging Services, and please reach out to her so she can describe that opportunity.
Yeah, I can describe the volunteer opportunities and then the potential for the advisory council. No
These are
problem.
Great people, and really would love to have them be part.
Definitely want to make use of
Of-
all four of them.
Of
Yeah,
course,
thank
that sounds good. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Susan.
So, Anne, it looks like there's a couple standard employment agreements.
Yep, just a couple employment agreements with PHC. Those are your standard agreements that are up for renewal every year or two. And this is with Brian Chalmers, the Chief Financial Officer, and with Christy Harmon, their Director of Staff Engagement.
Well, I wish them to remain employed with PHC.
Yeah,
Rightly so.
let's do that.
I motion to approve the standard employment agreements for items 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
They're still on the job. All right. Do we have any correspondence? Discussion items. This first one looks like an interesting discussion item. Jason Hauser, and I'm glad Brian's here as well, because I remember previous asks in the past on using the courthouse for this sort of type of thing. So I'm glad you're here. Jason.
So International Overdose Awareness got a hold of me a little while back and asked if they could get a use permit for the courthouse lawn, and then also we would provide them with a power outlet, and they would light up the side of the courthouse on the 31st of August for overdose awareness. And I guess they've been doing this for 21 years now. They've done some fairly large landmarks around the world, according to them, and they wanted to see if Missoula County and you guys would be interested in doing that this year.
Looking at the attorneys.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh, here, come
on
up.
All right. So commissioners, this is going to kind of dovetail with our discussion we had during the holiday season. And it's going to fall to you to decide whether or not you want to open up to perhaps other people wanting to also do the same sort of publicity using the courthouse building. I can't say you can't do it. I can't say you have to do it. It's kind of up to you about how you want to utilize the public property.
So, Bren,
Where do we
what?
land
Yeah.
with the holidays?
Good question.
We had made an offer to a couple of interested parties that they could have space inside of the rotunda to do a display, and that would help, I think, kind of protect whatever materials they put up to celebrate. But we ultimately were going to discuss enacting some sort of policy that would govern the use for outside entities who wanted to come in and utilize that. I don't believe that the policy was ever formalized or adopted.
Jeez. Huh. So, I mean, I'm wondering then if we should do two things. On the one hand, I would say let's just do this because this is a positive thing. No one wants anyone out there overdosing. And then hopefully before we get other asks, we should get together with you and create a policy.
And perhaps it might be beneficial. Is it just lights that they're putting up, or getting some sort of
It's not
what the display is?
From my understanding, they are shining a light onto the side of the courthouse so it won't be anything that hangs on the courthouse. My understanding is they will, just get a purple light that shines up onto the courthouse.
So there's no
Side of the
there's no
courthouse.
words or signage or anything. It's just a light shining.
It's just a purple light from the description that they told me, yes.
And what side of the courthouse is a purple light on?
That would, I guess, question for you guys. What would you prefer? They didn't indicate any side.
Okay,
I would assume it'd either be the east or the north, south.
And's the
And
courthouse. keeper.
Perhaps what the commissioners could consider doing is having Jason reach out and get the specifications for what they want presented. I understand it's the 31st that this would be for consideration for, and we can take it up for an action item later on in the month.
Fantastic.
And do you mind chatting with them about a little bit on where and that sort of thing? Or if you have strong ideas, at least talking with Jason. about-
Yeah, I can connect with Jason on that.
And can we just make sure we're not going to step in anything inadvertently here?
Maybe we should,
Benefit of asking them exactly what it is they want to do. Is
yeah, and then maybe we should schedule a conversation with you about creating a policy on this sort of thing.
picking up holiday season will be here soon enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
for that.
thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That seemed good enough to start.
Yeah, I already emailed her asking for specifics. I haven't heard back from her. As soon as I get that, I can forward that on to Brian and anybody else that wants to see it.
And so Brian, you're
And-
just adding to your list of things to do is to craft some sort of holiday, some policy?
Some Yeah,
Okay,
that's
great. So now we can completely forget about it. Till
Yeah,
Brian takes care of
great.
it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any wildfire update or comments?
I do not see Adrian on today, but my guess is she'll be, and I believe she's out of the office later this week, so.
I love Sarah Cofield's description of the smoke blobfish that's sitting on top of us until the monsoon situation maybe will move it a little bit.
I saw a little relief last night and today.
I know.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean that it's only going to be 89 today, and I thought I saw a cloud. Just
Pretty exciting.
pretty exciting.
I'm ready
Definitely feels
I'm
more
ready
humid.
for petrichor. Petrichor is the scent that comes off when it rains after
Oh,
it
I
hasn't
love.
rained for a
I
really
didn't
long
know it had a
time.
name.
I thought that was
Petrichor.
ozone.
Petrichor.
Oh. Thank
That's-
Good
And
name.
there is your wildfire update for today.
Nicely
Yeah.
done.
And how do you spell PETRACORPS?
I believe it's PETRICHOR. Petrichor.
I was just gonna. Do you also play basketball?
Thank you.
All right. Any upcoming board meetings and review of meetings that need to be discussed?
Do we have a Thursday meeting?
We do.
Oh,
We
okay.
do. Yeah, a bunch of land use stuff, but none of
Great,
it
thank
seemingly
you.
too controversial.
Yeah.
Great. Well, then I believe we are done.
Thanks, everyone.
Half an hour. Thanks.
Thank you.